What is up, YouTube? Today, I just needed to make a quick video on engagement and metrics. I just made a recent video about why the algorithm changed over the years. But as of recently, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about, well, I'm losing hours, my watch time is down, I don't know what's going on. So I decided to dig into this and find out more. We already know that engagement and metrics are counted by views, likes, dislikes, and subscribers. And they want to make sure that in these metrics that they have high quality views, that it's coming from actual humans and not a computer program. They want to make sure that the view and dislike that we see here, the views, dislikes, and subscriptions are legitimate. So they're looking to see that they are legitimate people that are looking to watch. Also, take note that it might take a couple of hours for the app to adjust, and it does depend on some other things on your channel on how often it adjusts. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's get to the main reason why you're here. Why it seems like they're taking your hours away or reducing your hours. My main job here is to help you and your channel grow, to help people that are looking for jobs. That is what I do in my real life. So I'm doing that same thing here on YouTube. Many of you are saying that you've noticed a freeze, or it's not showing your metrics, or the metrics are not what you expect when you look at them. Maybe they were higher and now they're lower. Metrics are algorithmically confirmed, meaning the computer confirms them if they're fair and positive experiences for content creator, advertisers, and viewers. So to verify that these views are genuine, legitimate, and accurate, YouTube may temporarily slow down, freeze, or change your metrics. Yeah, you might not have known they may do that. But here, some of you have said you've had your views reduced and taken away. How about this? YouTube right here says they will discard low quality playbacks. That is correct. They will reduce hours. They will reduce watch time if they feel as though it is a low quality view. What classifies as a low quality view? A low quality view is using several devices to watch the same video streaming across several devices. This is considered to be a low quality playback. It's okay to watch your videos from time to time and for others to do the same. But if it's something habitual that the algorithm can pick up, it will automatically know that this is not a genuine person. This is someone that is watching the video that's kind of inflating the views and inflating the numbers. And we count this as a low quality playback. So make sure you're not doing this to your channel. Make sure if people are watching, they are genuinely watching either to the end or they are watching because they like your content. So right here, we have a section that has been updated in YouTube called organic views. When a viewer watches your video without any prompts, such as ads, or they just kind of generally go, it is called an organic view. A view occurs when a person watches your video. In order to preserve the accuracy in views, for what it says right here, irregular playbacks. So if you have irregular playbacks like spam or people that are doing low quality views, they are removed from the public count in the metrics. That is right. They are removed. It says it right here. The incriminating view count is used. The algorithm can determine what the person's intent is in watching your video. That is correct. The algorithm can determine what your intent is in watching the video. Organic views have different criteria for counts and are compared to paid ads. So there are differences when there is a discrepancy between views as well. It can be a combination of the click-through rate and the views conversion. If the click through rate is not matching the views, it may also be seen as something that is not legitimate. So if your information is populated to the public watch page, you might not see changes for 48 to 72 hours. I know a lot of people are like, well, it changed, or I didn't get a lot of views, and I got to update every day. The algorithm puts out like 500 million hours of content every hour. So it takes time for the metrics. So if you have some people in there that are not viewing your views organically, then again, they may be removed from public view. So if it's not organic, it may be removed. And if it's low quality, like you watching your own videos a lot, or you having someone else do it, or possibly even publicly announcing it, YouTube kind of knows where to go and say, oh, this isn't a legitimate view. This is someone who just wants views to kind of inflate their numbers. So, as we see here, YouTube believes that anything that is quote unquote not genuine and not authentic is considered spam and potentially deceptive. I know many of you are following each other and subbing for each other, which is great in the YouTube space. But you may want to be careful because they may classify this in a scam place. They may say that this is kind of a scam practice. So you want to make sure you don't do this. One thing I see some people do is they'll put, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I found $1,000. And then you go to the video and watch the video, and it's like Monopoly money, it's play money. Do know that the YouTube algorithm can scan videos for keywords and thumbnail and matches it. And if they feel as though the person was tricked, or you just used it as a buzzword because another large content creator did it, guess what? They're going to come down on you and see this as a trick and see it as a deceptive practice. So do not have a misleading thumbnail. Do not have a thumbnail that says, oh my God, this happened to me. And then you go to the video and it's just like a story similar to something that you saw on TV. So please do not do the clickbait. They are coming down on that. If you're noticing less views, this also could be why. The very last thing I'm going to talk about today is what they call incentivized spam. So remember, this is under the deceptive practices and scams. So YouTube is not going to push out any views or show people your video if they feel as though you are doing things that are disingenuous, things that are not genuine to YouTube. Content that sells engagement metrics, we know you're not doing that. However, offering someone to subscribe to a channel solely in exchange for subscribing to a channel is considered sub for sub. YouTube considers it deceptive. And if you're noticing, yes, oh my God, I'm getting a lot of people that are commenting, but I'm not getting any views. You're not getting views because YouTube does not see this as a genuine practice. It does not see it as a genuine find. It sees it as someone that might be viewing your video for a short amount of time, but only wanted the subscriber and they never go back and watch. YouTube tracks what you're looking at. They track what your subscribers are looking at. So don't allow subscribers that you think will not watch your content subscribe to you just to subscribe. I'm not saying that everyone does this. And I'm not saying that all of your subscribers are ditching your channel or dooming your channel to doom, but it's something to actually think about. Really start to consider some of those people who don't have channels or people who don't have a reason or an incentive to follow you on YouTube. And as you can see here, like I said, organic views are the way to go here on YouTube. There is a difference in the analytics in the Google Analytics and a different in the YouTube Analytics. The reason why they're different, Google tracks in one way through AdSense and YouTube tracks through the algorithm. If those two things are not matching up, YouTube may see this as not authentic and not organic. So make sure you know that they are verifying the accuracy of those metrics. So if you see freezing and slowing down and discarding, yes, it says right here, they will take away and discard. So for people thinking that, oh, it's personal, oh, it's not personal. It is something that is part of the algorithm. People are not personally attacking you. It's not a trick on the algorithm. It's not like the algorithm can't be trusted, but they want to make sure that the people you're getting are organic and it's not you just rewatching to falsely inflate your numbers. YouTube has some amazing tips on how to establish your fan base, how to be authentic and consistent, build a unique brand. I just literally started changing all of my thumbnails. If someone doesn't know you and you have a thumbnail with your face on it, they may say, "Wow, who is that? I don't recognize who this person is. I don't know what they do." But if you have a branded thumbnail, then people will start to recognize you. And the algorithm will also start to recognize you. So come up with a brand, come up with a plan so people can recognize you. So people who are not content creators and people who just want to watch and find you, including the algorithm, can find you. Ask your audience for feedback. Also, do reminders for viewers. Let them know when you post your videos, or let them know, hey, check out my community tab. I just posted a video in there. Also, kind of really talk to your subscribers. Talk to them and understand that there is a difference. YouTube even says here, understand your audience demographics, such as age, gender, and where they live, and the difference between subscriber versus non subscriber splits. So there are people who still watch your content. If you look in there and it says people who return but are not subscribed, maybe they have their own channel, maybe they're just kind of watching YouTube and not looking at it, but those could be other places. There are other tips for being and creative, inclusive content. So make sure you kind of look at that and make sure you make your content inclusive. You don't want to make it seem like you're only talking to content creators. There's thousands of people out there who want to watch you and pay attention. I've even had some people say to me, "Well, you do, educational stuff, but I don't have YouTube. Why are you making all these videos about YouTube?" So keep that in mind. You have people who watch that have no idea what you're talking about. They don't know what the metrics mean. They don't know anything. So make sure you make it inclusive. Make sure you talk to those people who are not content creators and make them feel included as well so they can come back to your channel. So hopefully you've learned a little bit about those metrics, why they are changing, why they are freezing, why you are losing views and hours because they do discard those views and quality playbacks. So also 11 to 30 seconds long, there are some ads that people probably should be watching. And your YouTube analytics and real-time data only show estimates. It's typically not accurate because, as it mentioned earlier, YouTube does take some time, sometimes a few hours, and as I showed earlier, up to 72 hours to kind of change things. So make sure you're not doing low quality playbacks. Make sure you're not doing too many sub for subs because that can dip your channel, that could take away views, that could take away hours, and we all know we want to grow. My name is Carla here at Teaching Trends. If you want to know more about me, click this thumbnail.